to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keens.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Warriors, we have got to talk about this whole controversy with the actress Sydney Sweeney and the American Eagle denim ads. Yes, you know, from the left, this is white supremacy, and this is all about eugenics, according to the left. But really, it is about something else. And we're going to do a deep dive on this today on Chat With Me, Linda B. All right, Warriors, you know what to do. Give me that thumbs up. That really helps my video go out further on YouTube. Comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Select all notifications so you never miss a video. Stick around to the end. Let's go. All right, this particular situation has been going on and it is viral. And this is about the Sydney Sweeney ad for American Eagle. Now, a lot of people are going to say this is, and these people are on the left, by the way. The people on the left are saying this is white supremacy. This is very evil. This is eugenics. This is racist. But is it really? We're going to talk about this today. But before we do, I am going to show you a little bit of this ad that has the left so angry.
To offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keens.
Okay, so I only showed a little bit of the ad because of copyright reasons. And in the ad, she is saying that parents pass on certain traits to their offspring, like hair color, you know, personality, and even eye color. And she looked into the camera with her blue eyes and said, my genes are blue. And then, you know, this is a play on the word Geans, which are the genes that you wear, and Genes, which are the genes that we inherit from our parents. Okay. And a lot of people on the left are saying this is supremacy. This is eugenics. This is something that they did in World War II Germany. They wanted you to have very European features and all of that. And that's what they're crying about. But it's really not about that. See, the liberal elites, you know, the liberal elites, the lovely people that go crazy and they want woke. And if you go woke, don't remember you go broke, you might go broke. They want everything that is antithetical to the West. The liberal elites, the ones that pull the strings of politicians, you know who I'm talking about, the people in the background. They don't want straight. They don't want white. They don't want Christians. They don't want this type of thing, and they don't want the nuclear family. See, the liberal elites, they have made it extremely clear that they, number one, hate God. They hate the nuclear family. They hate anything that promotes male-female relationships. They really kind of have a disdain for children. And let's just be honest with what's been going on lately. They definitely seem to hate white people. And also they seem to hate the traditional standards of beauty. You know, young, slim. They seem to hate those things. And because Sydney Sweeney is white, and I told you they do hate white people, and she's slim and represents the traditional traits of what beauty represents. Now, this is nothing new to use an attractive person in a campaign ad. Sex sells. It's been selling. If you're old enough, you remember that ad with Cindy Crawford. She has on denim and a white tank top, and she is drinking Pepsi. And she drives up to a gas station. She's got her big hair, and she was the gorgeous one of the time, just gorgeous woman at the time in the 90s, and she's still beautiful. So sex sells. Why are we acting like this is something new? And before, we always used, you know, corporations, companies, they always used slim, attractive people. And yes, they were sexualized, not overtly, but clearly sex sells. Remember what happened with Dylan Mulvaney? That didn't go so well. They lost over $1 billion, Bud Light did. But again, I say the liberal elites, they hate God, particularly Christianity. They hate the nuclear family. Rather, they believe in two daddies, two mommies. A man can give birth to a child. That's where the woke live. They live in an alternate reality. And it is rooted in communism. Yes, Marxism to be specific. Yes, which means you dismantle any and everything that has to do with Western culture, which includes Christianity, of course, which includes the nuclear family. Also, capitalism. See, the whole thing behind this Marxist, liberal, woke, liberal elite way of thinking is to dismantle the culture, dismantle the West and anything that reminds you of the West. So if you have a slim, white, blonde woman with blue eyes, that is just enraging. You must be racist. Why didn't you use someone of color? That is their choice. And it is not like American Eagle hasn't used people of color. I think what really triggered the left is the comments about parents pass on traits to their offspring, like hair color, personality, and eye color. I think that in and of itself really triggered them. But you got to remember, we're dealing with the left, and you have to be extra patient with people who have mental issues, because seemingly on the left, liberalism is the mental disorder I've heard. And don't forget that they're also against traditional standards of beauty, which I've already stated. These people hate America, yes. And don't forget, again, I'm going to repeat that they hate white people. There is a hatred of white people going on. I don't know if you guys have realized it. And some of the Black people, especially if you're liberal minded, you're going to say to me, Linda B, they've been treating us bad. Well, you know, treating two wrongs don't make a right. Let's just put it like that. When has it ever been right to make two wrongs? Okay, that is not right. That is not a Christian way of being, to try and retaliate against people who are living today that had absolutely nothing today with the evil injustices of the past. We need to get past this. Leave it in the past. We know it existed. We can learn from it. Do not repeat the same mistakes. Okay? But yes, there is an outright, anger against white people that exists in a lot of people of color, particularly Black people. You remember the whole thing with Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. You remember the whole thing that was really illustrated over the past weekend in Cincinnati, downtown Cincinnati, after a music festival. There were like, I don't even know how many. I've heard reports say about 100 people standing around, but there were 5 people doing the kicking and the stomping. And they've since arrested 3 of those suspects in the beating of several white people. And all the perpetrators were all Black. And they were stomping, and the people were on the ground totally. There's no threat because they're on the ground hurting, and they still continued to kick. Now, I didn't see the beginning of the video, so I cannot tell you what started this. I'm not, I don't know if I heard there was a verbal altercation, but once somebody is already down, the threat is gone. You do not have to continue to kick and stomp on somebody and beat them. And the fact that a man sucker punched a woman and knocked her out cold. This is an all-out assault on white people. And the fact that you've got the left, who is all about stoking the flames of racism and retaliation, and Black people, I'm talking about some, I didn't say all, I'm talking about the liberal ones that are walking around with chips on their shoulders, beating people, stomping them. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, and they need to pay a price. Okay, so with this, I know you're saying, Linda B, why are you going on? I'm just telling you, I'm setting the stage right now so you can understand where we are. The left is obsessed with race and racism. They see everything through the lens of race. This is an ad using a pretty person to sell, and it worked because their stocks went up. The jeans were sold out. What happened to Bud Light when they used Dylan Mulvaney? And Dylan Mulvaney, in case you do not know, is a trans female. This person is a biological man. Put this person's face on the can of Bud Light and their stocks dropped. They lost over $1 billion. See, woke makes you go broke. Now you see here, this is what you get over on the right. You have an actual biological man selling Bud Light. On the left, you have a straight white female. And the left is obsessed with using people of color because, and they use us in a very unattractive light. Let's just be honest. When the woke do an ad with a black female, she's not slim. I mean, I'm just saying she's not slim. Yeah, this is what they do. This is what the left promotes right here. They promote weirdness. Different color hair, definitely 300 pounds or more in body weight, nose rings, and this looks like a woman with a mustache. Okay, I am sure this is AI generated. Okay, AI generated, but you get the picture that I'm trying to show you here. This is what they promote on their side. All right, so you see what I mean. When it is the woman of color, she is drastically overweight. There are slim black females. Okay, this is woke. This is a woke ad. This is wokeness. And let me show you another. Ah, yes, the man is having the baby. See, this is wokeness. Okay, wokeness goes against reality. Wokeness goes against everything that God himself is for. They have a man and a woman, but the man is the one expecting the baby. I cannot tell you how ridiculous this is. This is why I say when you go woke, you go broke. These ads lose money when they do this. People are tired of the BS. People want the truth. The liberal elites do not want the truth. They live in an alternate reality. They want to dismantle Western society. They hate white people. They hate capitalism. They hate traditional standards of beauty, no matter what the ethnicity is. And they absolutely hate children and they hate God. This is in all of their policies. It literally comes from the demon rat side more so than any other political party. And you're asking yourself, like, why is that? They want to usurp everything of the West. It is a God hatred problem. This is rooted in it. And as it pertains to Sydney Sweeney, this is just another example of white people hatred. That is what it is. White people hatred. You saw that again in Cincinnati with all the stomping and knocking a woman out cold, sucker punching her and just stomping people who are already down and no longer a threat. So you may ask yourself, where does this come from? Where did it? I'm telling you, it began decades ago, because there's been this concentrated effort to actually overthrow Western society and everything that is considered beautiful, everything that is God-like and that God actually created. He created all people. Don't get me wrong. But what they do on the left is they want to topple everything that's good. A person that is overweight, in God's eyes, they are all so beautiful. But what is that promoting? That is promoting unhealthy lifestyle. Because how did someone get to be 300 plus pounds and they want to use that person as a model? At least with a person who is the right healthy weight, that is something you can aspire to be. Now they're focusing on the skin color aspect, the eye color, the hair color, but they also have women of color in these American Eagle ads. So here you have another American Eagle ad. Okay, this is, I guess, a print ad, but as you can see, this is a person of color. She's probably mixed race, and she has the kinkier hair. She is slim and, might I say, very beautiful. So this is not necessarily so much a color thing. Sex sells. They use people that look pretty. This has been going on for decades. This is nothing new, but they got triggered when they heard the thing about parents passing on traits to their children, hair, personality, and eye color, and they made it up about being Nazi. That took it way too far. It is not about that. This is not about eugenics. This is about selling a product to what a large portion of men find attractive. That's just how it is. And they even showed when Beyonce, remember when Beyonce actually advertised Levi jeans? This is Beyonce and Levi jeans. Now I gotta say now, if I had a body, and I'm not talking about her spirit person, because I don't feel like she's a godly woman at all. It's just my personal opinion, not condemning anyone, but I would choose Beyonce's body over well, the one she had about 15, 18 years ago, I would pick that body. Because that, I mean, you couldn't tell me anything. But I just wanted to share this with you guys and let you know the root cause of where this hatred is coming from towards Sydney Sweeney. Because again, the left is against white people. And it is coming, it's been in the works for decades. And also it's perpetrated by the media. And on the left, the liberal leftist propaganda media spews this animosity all the time. And people are getting fed hatred. And so they lash out. And that is what you're seeing right now. Okay, the liberal elites, they want to promote everything that is antithetical to the word of God. Okay, they hate God, they hate the family, they hate capitalism, they hate the West, they hate children. And you can see it in every single thing that they do. Give me your comments below. Tell me, what do you think about what I just shared with you in this video? Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, select all notifications. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.